He does it! Yeah! Oh! Moves! Stole the show!
Welcome to an interview by a guy called Henry. I'm Henry, and today I'm here with Conrad Cummings. How's it going, mate?
How's it going, Henry? All good to me, mate.
Excellent. So I want to start off by just talking a little bit about your childhood, if that's all right. You're from County Tyrone, Northern Ireland?
Indeed.
From Coal Island, is that right?
Coal Island.
Yep.
Born and raised. Coal Island's a small little town. But yeah, it was good. Played football for Clan Fianna. When I was younger, started...
Still got the gear?
Yeah, still got the gear. Started when I was 6. Did that till I was 16. Started boxing when I was 9, and here we are, still doing it.
I want to talk a little bit about that sort of journey from going from being a young kid into getting into boxing. And I'm just interested in what you were like before you started boxing. So I've got a little gift for you to get the ball rolling. So let me just. So when you think about what you were like as a kid, your sort of interests and stuff, what does this mean to you? Oh shit! Got a MEWTWO Pokemon card.
Oh, I was addicted to Pokemon cards.
That's for you. Yeah.
That's insane.
Yeah.
I had every single one. I used to.
You had all of them?
Yeah, well, the original Pokemons went to 150 Pokemon.
Yeah.
I had a bit of OCD. I used to collect them. I used to keep them in chronological order from like 1 to 150. That's weird. The Game Boy, I was addicted.
Oh mate, the games were huge. Were huge. What, did you do the rare candy cheat?
Rare candy cheat, big rare candy, man.
Had to be done, didn't it?
Had to be done, yeah.
Had to be done. You're 27. I look 15, but I'm 27.
Jealous.
So I can fully understand
the
Pokemon stuff. It was massive.
That's so funny because I was addicted. I had a little Game Boy.
Yeah.
I used to be like obsessed. I would wake up in the middle of the night, like wake myself up to play it in the middle of the night, and my mother had to take it off me and hide it from me because I would have woke up on Saturday morning, first thing, sitting all day, the cards, everything. So that's funny.
That's class.
That is, but MEWTWO, he's
My,
a bad mother.
He's a bad man.
Effer.
Bad man. What's
Yeah, I had a few different favourites. I like MEWTWO.
MEWTWO's big.
MEWTWO. Oh, he's big. Oh, he's very dangerous.
I've heard that when you drink vodka, you turn into MEWTWO.
Very good, absolutely.
Yeah.
Very much so. That's why I don't drink it.
I hear you were quite big when you were a kid.
Oh, big.
Yeah.
Big. For example, a fight at kilogram wise, 72.5 kilo middleweight. And when I started boxing when I was 9, I was touching 60 kilo. So
that's like just less than me now.
So I'm less than 2 stone heavier. 18 years later.
That's unbelievable.
I was really big. I was.
How tall were you?
Did you see South Park, Cartman?
Yeah.
That was me.
I heard you say at one point you kind of spoke about being quite an angry kid, which I thought was quite an interesting thing to notice about yourself as a 9-year-old. Because like, if I think about me at 9, I just think I was a little shit basically. Yeah. But you can remember being angry, which I thought was interesting.
Yeah, I was a very angry kid. I think it was because it was so heavy, and obviously, kids are kids. Bullied and verbally, not physically.
Yeah. They couldn't get you physically.
No, they couldn't, because I would have just sat on them, so that didn't happen. But just verbally, when you're a kid, and it's you don't maybe say it, but it's upsetting. And then I can remember just saying one day, you know what? I started boxing when I was 9, and I was a good boxer. And I remember Frank Irvin, God rest him, saying to me, "Son, you're very talented. Very big talent. You could have a big future in boxing, but you're just too heavy." He literally said that to me. It hit home. I went home that day. I bought scales when I was 9, and that's from the end I could tell I was very determined, I was very focused. Bought scales. I didn't really know much about that then, but I remember just eating nothing all day, nothing in school, no lunch, no break, come home, my mother make me maybe a tuna sandwich, go to the boxing club, train, go home, a bit of fruit, go to bed. Did that, lost about 2 stone within a year and a half.
I've got a couple of stories I was wondering if I could ask you about.
Oh God, go easy.
Things to clear up. So, do you have a nickname for your penis?
No.
You don't? No. We can give it one if you want. What should we call it? We'll just call you a joint. So
maybe that's really why I'm called Mr. Dynamite.
Apparently, you nearly cut off your joint one time.
Oh, how did you know that? That's really funny.
Could you explain that? Because it's quite a weird thing to happen.
I don't know how you found out. I never told you. Somebody in my family. Thanks. I was really young. Don't know what age it was. And you have to be taken to the toilet by your mother or father. I was really young. I was barely walking or whatever.
Yeah. Oh, so you're like
like little.
So you weren't that in control of yourself?
No.
All right. This is actually a less funny story.
I'll tell it now. I was that small that I wasn't tall enough to reach up to go to the toilet. So I was just a bit, in level with the toilet and my groin area. I tipped one up and I sat my
joint?
My bio on the toilet, but the toilet seat came down on my bio, and it was hanging on by a thread, literally.
I think guys everywhere right now are just going,
yeah. It was gruesome. And
you can confirm that no permanent damage?
How it works.
You're a taken man, but
no problem.
No one actually needed to know that. Another story, when you were a young man, you're still trying to figure out who you are, still trying to find yourself. Apparently, at one point, you were trying to shave your legs.
Oh, that's terrible.
And you sliced them open.
To be honest, I'm not gonna lie. This is true. This is terrible. I was young. I was the youngest of there's 4 children, me, a sister, and 2 brothers. So you're picking things up as you go along, and I seen my father shave and wash them, and then obviously I've seen
on his face.
In his face, but I seen him putting a bit of tissue roll on when he cut himself. But then I also seen him still shaving her legs. Yeah. So I mixed the two together, and I was shaving my legs, and I obviously.
So to be fair, you were a very observant child.
Yeah, observant, but I was very confused, and so I did that, and I couple of cuts on my legs, and I came downstairs like this is what you do. Get like couple of cuts with a kitchen or toilet roll on my legs as they were bleeding. And my family was like, what the F is going on here? So bit of a strange character.
Yeah, definitely.
As you can tell, there's no back doors with me. Very open.
You've got a really extensive and impressive amateur career. I think I heard you saying it was something like 200 wins, a dozen losses, roughly.
Yeah, roughly.
I think a lot of people don't know that about you, though, necessarily. No. Is that because you didn't go to the Olympics?
I was in the Irish team, a bit of rivalry with Don O'Neill. It was back when I was 18 or 19. I fought him in the Irish senior semi-final. I was a country boy, hence the accent. Just came out of nowhere, and he went down and fought. He was a European silver medalist at the time. He was ranked number 3 in the world. I came down, and long story short, I thought I'd beat him around the ring. And the last round, they rang the bell a minute early, and after 12 minutes, almost of our headgear's been off and gloves, my father and stuff was going crazy and saying, you rang the bell early. Put the gloves back on. This was like something we'd seen in a film, and we fought, and I beat him in the post for about a minute, and I lost the decision by a point, and he went on to captain Ireland Olympics. So I'm friends with Don O'Neill now, so that don't mean
no odd feeling, obviously, but yeah.
He took my spot. I was due to go to the Commonwealth Games 6 months prior to turn pro, and I was offered to turn
I read that,
professional. So I never actually got to go to big major championships as a amateur, but I should have, just for one reason or another I didn't. But I've fought and beaten 2 Olympic silver medalists. I beat Falco Florentino of Brazil, who won the 2012 silver medal, and he lost by a point in the final. He's now 20 and was professional, and I beat him by 9 points or something like that in the Test Olympics. I haven't shown my true worth as a professional just yet, but I promise you I will.
I know you will. I want to ask you actually about just before you turned pro, going into the WSB, because I'm really interested in that. I haven't seen much of it. You were in Team Mexican Guerreros, and which I say in a terrible English accent. That sounds quite a cool format, the way you have teams and they come and get you.
You go into a draft. I've always been very I do what I want, when I was younger, and I put myself into the draft. I had a good bond with the Mexicans. They loved me. I was the only.
So you got your name from, right?
Mr. S where it started. I didn't. They said when I got there, they're like, you don't have a nickname, and the nickname, I said, call me the Irish lad or something. I don't know. So they couldn't really speak much English, very little, matter of fact, and they used to call me Mr. Dynamite. So Mr. Dynamite, and I was short in the Dynamite early in my career, but I thought, no, I'm going to go back to my roots. This is what Mr.
Perfect.
I should go back to Mr. Dynamite. That's even better.
That's pretty fun. I like that name, and plus it speaks to your style as well. Having that Mexican come forward, aggressive.
All action. Yeah.
Do you think Cyprus is a nice country?
Cyprus, yeah, boxed in Cyprus, yeah.
Yeah.
Good fun,
I heard you boxed in Cyprus. What was the name of the cup you're in? The
Limassol Cup. I won the Limassol Cup.
Oh, you won it, did you? I've heard you had a few more things to overcome than usual in the Limassol Cup. Is that right?
Yeah. I mean, you can give me the rough story and I'll tell you.
Well, from what I understand, you tried to put into practice that MEWTWO theory.
Basically.
And you had a couple drinks. And
basically, me as a person, I'm a very extreme personality. I remember going there, it was me, Stephen Ward, Tro McKenna and James Ferrars. We got to the airport and I remember Tro McKenna, top lad that he is. Yeah. He got a pint in the airport and I was like, this dude's mad. So he had a pint in there, going there. He had a pint, he's doing drinks. No mate, so we're going to the boxing Limassol Cup, for Antrim, I think we're boxing. And we got there and then Tyrone had managed to talk Stephen Ward, a very good friend of mine, into drinking. Stephen Ward's quite sensible. I'm not, but he actually broke Stephen Ward down. So when he broke him down, I was going, what's going on here? James Ferrars run the drink too, the three lads run the drink. I didn't, they were drinking for like 2 or 3 nights in a row. I hadn't drank, I hadn't fought yet. Long story short, they broke me down. I ended up turning to MEWTWO, full MEWTWO, drinking all night, steaming. But we didn't know we were fighting. It was very bad, in the tournament. Long story short, the lads woke me up and like, I slept for 2 hours and says, "You're fighting today?" And I says, "You are joking?" Like, yeah. So I was still drunk. I had like drunk like vodka eggs when you're like alcohol's in your system, and I think you're joking. So I went to get food.
Yeah.
Couldn't eat. It was at dying. Couldn't eat it. All I could eat was jelly babies and blue Powerade.
Oh
so I struggled through. I remember sitting out, it was outside too, which didn't help, like really hot during the day. I was like, I'm going to get absolutely battered here. I remember the Shimi Deeds, the coach there, was like, come on, we'll do a warm-up. And I like to warm up a lot, But it was at Dan that I said, oh, I don't warm up, I just get in the ring. So, I don't know, and I remember just praying to God, please, oh God, get me through this here. And I went out and I punched the head of the guy. I don't know how.
That's mad. Because
and I won, and then that was the semi-final, and the guy pulled out of the final, and I won the whole tournament. And I was like,
that's hilarious.
That's amazing.
That's mad because
that's levels.
Yeah. You people, you're down here. He's up there. Everybody's had a couple pints. And that's mad because, like, the balls it takes to get in the ring anyway. And then you're like, oh, it's fine. I'm hungover, but like, I'll just do it anyway.
Like one of my
a loose cannon, aren't you?
I'm a bit of a loose cannon. Yeah. I love fighting, so it didn't bother me. I don't like to lose, so that was the more of the worrying part. I don't want to lose, like it shouldn't beat me, but I get in, I get hit, and when I get hit, I love a fight. So it's like, I'm gonna go down swinging here. I didn't go down, but
Brilliant. I've got a second gift for you.
Oh, God.
So the first gift was kind of symbolic of childhood. This gift is more symbolic of the man you've now become, or were becoming at the time. So I've got you a little abs roller here. This is for you. I thought maybe, well actually, I've got something to go with this.
Oh, me the video? Oh.
I've got something to go with this. So we're both on the same page.
Oh, I know.
So I got a little video here. So this is Conrad just doing a few abs roller exercises. I think he may have had a couple drinks.
A couple of drinks, that was...
And then again, 3 hours later.
Okay, so
3 hours later.
Still going.
Top off!
Brilliant. Bit of dancing.
I'm definitely a loose cannon.
So I was going to say, can we see how many you can do now that you're sober?
I would say I could probably do less now than I could then.
One. So, got a bit of a question here for you. It's maybe not going to be the easiest one, but let's see how you handle it. 20th of December 2013, you signed with Cyclone Promotions.
I don't end up in courts, I have to go easy here.
You spent about 4 years with them. Now, you had a bit of a split, end of 2017, I'm right in thinking, around that. Obviously, no one really knows what happened. So, the question obviously that everyone wants to know the answer to is, you actually bought a memory foam mattress around the same time you joined. Did that guy last as long as your relationship with Cyclone?
No, it's in the bin, it's a bad.
It's in the bin?
It's in the bin,
Can't get quality products these days, it's upsetting.
Did I buy it or did he give it for free? I'm not too sure. Actually, my father-in-law to be, I don't know if he gave me, I think he may have charged me. Damien, if you see this, I can't believe he charged me for that. But on that note, he said to me he's giving me a new bed when I moved the house now. Still waiting on the bed, Damien. Come on, get the finger out.
You love training, don't you?
Oh, I'm training hard.
You love training. You're now training with Jamie Moore. You've got some amazing fighters around you. A few names: Frampton, we've got Ward, we've got Murray, we've got Fielding.
Got them all, yeah.
We've got all the boys. What's the vibe like? This must be one of the best stables in the country right now.
Oh, it's amazing.
right
Jamie Moore, I'm getting my voting in now for Trainer of the Year.
Yeah.
Although
do you get to vote on that?
I don't know, but
He should be one of the deciders.
It's a good gym. It's all buzzing. I love to get back here, and I feel from we got back in the camp the last sort of month, everything's just running strength to strength again, and I'm feeling very positive.
Nice. Frampton has described you as agricultural. What do you think he meant by that?
What he meant by that is farmer.
just a farmer.
He's.
Are you even from a farming background?
Not at all.
Right. That's it.
I actually I don't really think I'm a country boy, but he thinks I'm a country boy because I'm a country boy compared to him, you know.
Right, okay.
But I'm too country for the city and too city for the country.
Belong in the boxing gym.
Yeah.
I always like to talk to fighters about what they're like when they're not in the gym, what they do in their downtime, what they're like at home. I've got quite a long quote here about what you're like when you're not in training camp. He doesn't like doing any housework, but is very OCD and would be the first to say if something was out of place or there was wrinkles in his clothes. When he first moved into the new house, he mopped the floors with fairy liquid. Needless to say, he hasn't done them since. He thought butternut squash was carrot and sweet potato mixed together. He also likes to pretend he can do gardening, but on the first night he cut the grass, he broke the lawnmower. He tried to take up golf and was terrible. He mostly spends his time eating and watching Love Island.
That, word for word, is me. I mean, if I'm gonna have to describe myself every year, I'm gonna just use that exact quote.
Talk to me about Love Island, because I'm someone who doesn't actually watch it. What's the attraction, and would you ever go on it? Say, Conrad, we got a slot for you.
I'm getting married. I'm engaged.
In spite of that,
I've said to my fiance that she supports my cause. She would support me to go.
Exactly. Well, it's good for the profile.
To achieve my dreams, you know. It's kind of good. I would love to go on something like that for a laugh. I make the lads watch it. Stevie Ward and Kjell Fram, we all share a flat in Manchester, and Stevie likes it. Yeah. He's a fan now, but Kjell, he pretends he doesn't like it, but he sits in the background. Like say we're on the couch, he'll sit maybe at the dinner table, and pretend he's not watching, but he's taking it all in.
I want to talk a little bit about your style. I'd say the things I've kind of picked up from watching you: big puncher, come forward, lots of pressure, patient.
No, well, I should be patient, but
maybe a bit more patient.
I should be more patient.
And also, there's a bit of boxing in there as well. It's not senseless.
Yeah.
But I wanted to ask you, because I saw a picture of you when you were with Shane McGuigan before. There was pictures after he'd been on the pads with you and he was icing his arms. Yeah. That's not normal. That's not normal, is it? So you can hit pretty hard, is the point?
Yeah, no, but I haven't. I feel I haven't even tapped into how good it can be.
Why do you think that is, if you put that down to something?
Put a lot of pressure on myself.
Yeah. You said you're a perfectionist.
I'm a perfectionist. I've got a bit of OCD, bit of whatever, I don't know. And obviously coming behind Kjell, I felt I put pressure on myself. He's a global superstar, and I'm coming in, I felt like, I have to be up there, but everyone's career and path's different. Feel obviously my last fight I didn't perform, there was a few things went wrong there. I like getting too much in that, but I know what went wrong. But listen, I'm only a young man, only turned 27, and there's much more to come.
Can we talk a little bit about your last fight with Luke Keeler? Did you expect him to come into the ring, A, in that style that he fought in, and B, did you expect him to perform that well?
Luke performed very well on the night. He had a game plan, he stuck to it. I think Luke maybe had the fight of his life. I think he boxed very well. I haven't watched the fight back, and I won't.
Have you not?
Because it
wasn't
me, so I need to watch it back. It hasn't really knocked my confidence or anything, because I underperformed. I know it went wrong. I took my off the ball with a few things, and I paid the major price. I was close to huge fights. There was talk of the Saunders fight and everything now, and obviously that's not going to be anytime soon. But listen, I'm going to out now in Midget Park, and I'll be back in the mix very soon.
The only reason I bring it up is literally what you say with your performance could have been better, and I think it's really interesting in boxing. We don't talk very much about form. In other sports, football, rugby, whatever it is, we speak about form all the time.
I'm going to interrupt you and get this in. People don't know this, and I'm not making no excuses. Like I had ongoing stuff with my outside of the box stuff. You talked roughly about the the cycle of emotions and stuff, and I had just left my old team, and there was stuff going on in the back, and I'm not going into too much detail on that. And this was going on literally weeks before the fight. So these are things, these are things that weren't ideal. Not making any excuses.
No.
Luke won the fight fair and square, but call me crazy. I feel if I fought Luke Keeler tomorrow, I'd beat him. I know he won the last one and won a fair and square, but that's how I feel.
Is that a rematch you're going to look for in the future?
I love it. Yeah. Obviously, he's going on now, I'm sure, and be looking big fights. I'm out Windsor Park, he's out in Windsor Park. It was still a good fight. It was. I didn't watch it back, but it wasn't a good fight for me, but it was still entertaining.
I was going to say, but one thing it was entertaining because you did not stop coming forward.
No, go forward, and I got hit clean. One thing I do know now is I taken off a shot, but Luke's a nice guy, and he won the fight fair and square.
I've got a third gift for you here, third and final gift. It's DVD. It's Coach Carter.
Oh,
Coach Carter DVD. Have you seen the movie Coach Carter before?
Oh, I've seen it a lot of times.
There's a lot of the reason I've given it to you is there are many pearls of wisdom when you're coaching, and obviously you've been doing a bit of coaching yourself recently at is it St. Pat's College?
St. Patrick's College.
St. Patrick's College.
Yeah, well, a fella I know, Paul Crowe, from Dungannon, where I'm living now. He's a teacher there, and he asked me to do it a few weeks before the fight, and I was in good form and high spirits, and I basically signed up to it. And after the fight, no point lying, I was very down, upset, just a bit of a bad place, sort of a bit of a rut, and to be honest, I didn't want to go, because of what happened. But I picked myself up with helping my family and fiance and stuff. Get back, get out there and do it. You've promised the kids you come. I went anyway, and I said it would take 12 to 15 max, and I think the first day it was 31.
Wow!
Turned up, and they loved it, and so did I. Did it twice a week for 6 weeks. It was very rewarding, amazing. I couldn't believe how much how good I felt after it, and how good they felt.
It must be incredibly satisfying as well when you see one who's got a bit of a talent for it, a bit of a knack for it, and you sort of.
I couldn't believe it. There was 2 or 3 girls that were amazing, and I used to line them all up, and I would show them jabs and show them right hand, step to left, step to right, step back, feint. And 6 weeks later, anyone had seen them, they were lining up, and they were doing it better than I did. Move your head. They were showing me.
Do you have any other skills?
He doesn't. Moves, totally show.
Your next fight, Windsor Park, August 18th. Not a bad place to come back.
Awesome.
Do you have any idea who you're in with at the moment? Or is
NTK are working on that at the minute. My management team. So I'll let them take care of that. And my coach Jamie Moore, they'll have an input, I'm sure, as well. But I'm in a good place. I had a nice rest. Took 6 weeks off after the fight. Got a bit fat. It's coming off again. I'm feeling in a good place.
Final question: how do you want to be able to look back on your career when it's all said and done?
What a journey!
What a journey!
It's been a roller coaster, up and down and down and up and down again, and we're going to go up again. What a journey! What a journey! I've met so many amazing people. I've boxed all over the world. I boxed in America twice. I boxed in WSB from Mexico.
So you've already done a lot.
I've done it all. The year before I turned pro, I boxed in 12 different countries all over the world. So boxing has given me things that I've done and I would never seen half the world. I have. I've met amazing people. I've met some of my best friends in boxing, and what a journey! And it's only getting started.
Right. Well, mate, it's been great meeting you. Doing this was fun for me.
It was very interesting for me.
It's always fun for me doing this because I come in feeling like I know the person a little bit already. And I definitely feel like people were maybe holding back both of you a little bit. which says something.
If that was holding back, well, I don't know. I think that was uncensored, but it was very good fun. I enjoyed it.
Thank you very much. Appreciate your time.
Good man.
Cheers.
All right.